I think my advice to anything is to be delusional. US forces you to become independent and forces you to do so many things that, I mean, it forces you to grow up really fast. I love complaining. I feel like I'm such a complainer. People who cry are actually the strongest. I think someone who is commitment phobic is the biggest red flag. People who don't take no for an answer really annoy me. Hi Vrushti.
So hello Fenny, welcome to my podcast. Like we can start off by you introducing yourself and how you know me, I guess.
Yeah, so I know Vrushti because of a camp that we went to in my 10th standard, after my 10th standard and after Vrushti's 12th. Yeah. We all went to a camp by like a, by a company that organizes camps and stuff. So we went to Manali
Yes.
to live like our YJHD moment or something. And I randomly met Vrushti along with three other
my friends.
Yeah.
She was also with a friend and we were like kind of the only people in that berth.
Yeah.
So we got together.
Dude, it's destiny. Could you imagine that so many years back, like, we literally were in the same berth and I didn't know anything about your existence. And then cut to, we are here in New York, like, spending time together and I'm staying at your house and that's crazy.
Because after the camp, we were never officially in touch. We didn't meet or we didn't hang out. We were just connected on
Instagram, yeah.
And then I was moving to Seattle because I got a job offer at Amazon. And then Fenny was also moving to Seattle because she got into UW. Yeah. And then we were like, oh, we are in the same place, so let's meet.
Let's meet.
And we met after how many years?
Many years, I feel like
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. But I do want to add that in the middle, like we live in the same lane in Mumbai, Matunga.
Yeah.
And so we kept running into each other through
randomly,
the years,
yeah.
like randomly. Like when I'm coming back from college and she's coming back from college, or like when I'm going somewhere to meet a friend and she's coming back from somewhere, like randomly we've met.
And fast forward to Seattle where we both were kind of lonely.
Yeah.
And just met because very happy to see someone so familiar around.
A fellow Matungite.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, and then I think when we met in Seattle, like she came over to my house like to stay, right, for a night, and then I think we spoke about everything. Like,
yeah, like a life update
life
for the
update
past
for
6-7 years.
Yeah, literally, because in the trip we had obviously gotten really close and gotten to know about each other's lives, but we were kids back then. Like I just passed 10th, so I had nothing interesting going on in my life.
Adult.
Yeah.
Just hitting 18.
But I think we really connected in Seattle. Like we had so much fun together, and then we kept talking about how like it felt so homely talking to each other and it felt so wholesome.
Yeah, and then when I finally decided that I want to move to New York, and one of the sad parts of it was leaving you behind. So I was just rooting for her to, I don't know how, but move to New York, New Jersey, wherever. And then she ended up with an internship there, and now she's moving here full time.
Yeah.
Touch wood, she gets something better, but till then she's here. So
yeah. Yeah. What are the odds? Like I ended up getting an internship in New Jersey, and now I come to stay at Vrushti's house. Like
yeah, same
crazy.
thing which was in Seattle, but now a new place, but the same person.
Yeah, love it.
So which brings us to the first part where you have now moved to the US, you were back in India, and now you did an internship, are about to do a job. So like what made you decide to come here to the US, and are you happy with your decision?
Yeah, I feel like at different phases of my journey, my answer keeps changing. Like for now, I definitely think that, I mean, I don't have a yes or no answer, first of all.
Course.
I feel like it is so layered and like, there are so many different phases that I've had, some good, some bad. Currently also I'm going through a very like tough phase in my life where that I have to still manage a lot of things. I'm graduating, I'm shifting cities like across the coast, and I've not been to India in 2 years. So a lot of things that I'm feeling right now, and in this moment a lot of times I feel like maybe my life in India would have been much better, I've been closer to family, would have been more convenient. But then I have some good like days and a good phase. Like back before my internship, back when I was in Seattle, I felt like wow, I'm so glad I came here because I grew so much as a person after coming here.
Grew how?
Oh, so I feel like I mean, I think we discussed about this, that we lived in Matunga, we lived at our parents' house.
In our own bubble.
In our own bubble. We were sheltered. And, you've not met people with different perspectives yet. Like, because everyone you hang out with are people from that same geographic location who go to the same, like, kind of...
their viewpoints are similar to ours.
Very similar, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so... and then once you come to the US, you meet people from like different nationalities, and even from people in India but from different states, gives you so much perspective on like life. And then you go through so many tough periods after coming here. US forces you to become independent and forces you to do so many things that, I mean, it forces you to grow up really fast,
Yeah. I think we were also not living in a hostel. We used to go back home after our university.
Yeah.
So this was like our first time where we were left completely by ourselves.
Yeah.
So independent with, like, we can do anything that we want, which is a good thing and also a very bad thing. Because you are just left clueless. Like, what should I do with all this newly found freedom?
Yeah. And honestly, like, I worked for a year in Pune. So I was living there alone. So that was like my first time that I completely lived alone and had the freedom. But because Pune is like a few hours drive from Mumbai, my mom came to set it up, like the entire house for me. She, we had a fully furnished house. Like, you have help. You have like a maid that comes in who can help you clean, and we had the option of hiring a cook too, but like we didn't do that because I wanted to prepare for the US and start cooking. But I feel like still there's a lot of difference between living alone in India and living alone in the US, because there was so much help from my parents in India, because my mom would keep coming. Every time I had like a hectic week, my mom would come and she would be like, don't worry, I'll come and I'll cook for you and I'll take care of the house for you and whatever, which was so nice to have. And anytime I had a minor inconvenience, I would take a bus back to Mumbai and cry to my mom, ki, oh, I was upset about this or whatever. But not having that kind of convenience to fly back anytime you want really gets to you. Like, you know that you are all alone here, and even though you have a lot of friends and support, but
of course,
in the end you're all alone, so you have to figure things out yourself.
So now what is your new way of dealing with inconveniences?
Oh my god, cry. Cry a lot. I literally cry at anything and everything, but I've read like multiple posts and articles about this, that people who cry are actually the strongest, like people who cry a lot. So I don't feel like I'm weak when I cry. I just feel like that's my way of dealing with it, because if there is an inconvenience, I will cry immediately.
And then get to it.
And then I'll get, like, I'll solve it. Like, I'll become strong and I'll solve it. Yeah, and I also, the post was not related to just that. It meant that people who cry a lot are people who feel a lot and are emotional.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, they have the strength to bear that emotion, and I mean, that way they're stronger. Like, that's just what I read.
Yeah, I had also seen a meme where it said that you, like, I'll fix it, I just gotta cry first.
Exactly, yes, that's me. So yeah, of course, like, jokes apart, other than that, I think time heals everything in the US. Like, I've come to understand that when I shifted to Seattle, I kept crying for months and I was so homesick. And then I thought that nothing would ever get better, because I don't have a good support system here. I'd not made like deep friendships till then, and I kept feeling like, oh, like, I miss my friends in India, I miss people in India. But and I thought that I would never be able to adjust to the life here in Seattle. But like last year, like before I came for my internship, I think I was just telling my friends that this is the best time of my life that I'm having right now in Seattle.
Really?
Like, yeah, genuinely, like Jan to March in Seattle of 2025 was the best few months of my life. Like, that's how much I loved it.
A few highlights.
I think I just settled. Like, I'd come to a point in my life where I was in a routine. I was working out every day. I had a workout friend, and I would meet her every day in the gym, and we would gossip. We would also work out. And then I had a friend who would. We had a designated time where every Thursday night we would cook together and spend time together.
Oh.
And I just made a good routine for myself. I was sleeping on time, waking up on time. I had very good support system around me built by that time. And it took time, that's why I said like time heals everything, because with time people figure out everything.
Yeah.
Like, if you just give it time, everything gets better. And that's what happened in Seattle. Like, I just needed to spend enough time there, invest enough time in my life there, and make a routine for myself, figure out what I like, what I don't like, remove time for my own hobbies, my mental health, my physical health. And that really led to me having the best time of my life, because that is the time where I had like so many interviews. Like, I got interviews from a lot of companies in that Jan to March time, and that's the time when I got this internship as well. And I'm not saying that this wasn't even my most hustling time. It was like my most chilled out time. And ironically, that is when I got the most
Everything worked
opportunities.
out.
Yeah. I feel like when you're doing great in life, you just attract good things.
Yeah, no, I agree to
Yeah.
that part. So then, do you think you will recommend the US experience to someone who is considering or contemplating coming here or not?
I mean, definitely I won't recommend it to people, because the American dream that we were sold was
Yeah, it's
something
not
that was,
there
yeah,
anymore.
it's not there anymore. It was something that was there like at least 5 years back.
Yeah, I agree.
Now it's not the same anymore. Like, it's tougher to like get a job now. It's tougher to save money now over
Yeah.
here, because everything is expensive too, and salaries are not that competitive, at least for data roles. I mean, SD maybe is doing much better. You
Yeah,
would
but I
know.
also feel like there's so much competition
Yeah.
even there that it's very hard to land a job which would
Yeah.
tick all your boxes.
Correct.
Like, even if you are in a very good company, the work that you're doing for that company is so minuscule that you don't feel the satisfaction at the end of the day that what you're doing is contributing to a greater good somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, no one would ever know what you have done
Yeah.
in your tenure at any like big four or big five or
Yeah.
the FANG companies.
Yeah. No, I think we were talking about this also yesterday, that this is something that really gets to me, that whatever work I'm doing contributes to nothing. Like, I can't see an impact happening, and I don't even see it in the bigger picture that, oh, like, I'm doing some good to the world, or I'm
it's
changing
just
something in the world.
about getting money.
Yeah, in the end you're just getting paid.
sad.
You're just like,
Yeah.
okay.
You need it, but you're like, you don't feel fulfilled by it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting back to the if people should come, I feel like I would definitely not recommend it at this point, because even with the laws and everything, it's getting stricter. It's getting tougher to be an international student in the US. And there is a lot of competition everywhere, like no matter which city you are in the US and what field you're in. Um, I would definitely recommend going to any other country if there are better prospects there for like a job, or I think India is doing really well.
Yeah, I agree.
The economy in India, and I would recommend everyone to get out of their parents' house and live alone, because that opportunity is great. But I definitely regret coming to the US from Pune, because in Pune I was already getting a mix of both. Like, I was getting a best of both worlds, where I was close enough to my family to not miss any important occasion, like whether it was a festival, whether it was my parents' birthdays, my brother's birthday, my birthday. I could always be there for that, and I didn't have to be sad about missing these important events. I could also, keep meeting them frequently, but I had my own space, I had my own freedom, and I was growing as a person, because I was living alone in another city, and I was doing like a big girl job, and it was really nice. And even there, I'd made a really nice like group of friends, like family, and I had so much support from people, and it was so nice. So I would definitely recommend that experience to people, to go and live in another city in your own country, because it's much more convenient to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, than coming like so far from everything. But I will not recommend coming to USA.
So then, were you sold this big fat American dream which made you come over here when you decided you want to come here, even though you were growing in Pune?
Actually, I had already decided to go to the US after my undergrad, because
Okay.
I feel when I was in engineering, like even
Yeah,
with
it's
your
the-
college, yeah,
it's the norm. I
it's
think.
the norm. Like,
Yeah.
I went to KJ Somaya, College of Engineering, and I think KJ, DJ, NMMS, like, I don't know why, but it was a thing that by the time you're in the third year, everyone has given GRE.
Yeah.
Everyone is giving GRE, and then everyone has decided that we want to go abroad either now or in the future. So even I gave GRE, I gave TOEFL, and I was like, yeah, even I want to go abroad, even I want to go to the US and get a job. And I saw my uncle doing it too. Like, he was my uncle came to the US for his job like 20 years back.
Must be doing very well.
Yeah, of course, that
Yeah,
was the
of
golden
course,
period.
yeah.
So I knew that, oh, this is a path that I can take after engineering. And I didn't know, and I loved studying. Like, I didn't want to stop being a student either. So I always wanted to experience the US education system. So that's also something that really attracted me. But I mean, I think I should have stayed in Pune. You can't keep complaining that this is not
But
good
it's
or
also
whatever.
fun to complain.
Yeah, I love complaining. I feel like I'm such a complainer. Like, in the end, I will be like, you know, it's fine, I will figure out, but first I need to
Yeah,
vent.
the first 15 minutes, you should get to rant about whatever you're going through. Even though eventually you yourself will be like, ki, haan, but theek hai.
Yeah. I feel like I need to rant to come to the place where I'm like, हाँ chalega, but I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without being given advice.
Yeah, I don't want a solution from you. I just want you to listen. Like, I love venting with you because I know you will vent with me. Instead of being like, ki,
You know
oh,
what,
Fenny,
you
you
can
should
do
do this.
this,
I'm
yeah.
like, don't tell me what to do. I know what to do.
Yeah, just listen and crib about
Yeah.
the problem with me. Ki, yeah, you are right.
Yeah, this is so
The
stupid.
entire world
Yeah.
should burn.
Yeah.
Everyone is bad. Just.
Yeah, I agree.
So then, do you think, like, in general, you might have seen people who are, you know, couples who, like, where one is over here, one is in India, or where people are doing long distance or whatever.
Oh God.
Do you think, like, that long distance aspect is worth it with respect to, you know, coming here and leaving behind, like, a partner or
Oh my
your
God, yeah.
significant other,
Oh
as you would
God.
say?
Yeah, I don't think like anything is worth it, and I feel as I grow older, I've come to realize that like when you're young, you feel like you'll sacrifice all of this for your career, for your growth, but that's not the point of life. Like, I think the point of life is to be around people you love and to be around people that support your growth. Because even if you like do 100 things to maybe grow as a person, grow in your career, but if you're not happy and if you don't feel well supported, you won't do well anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I think in the end, I mean, I think to each its own, but I feel I would not want to be away from someone I love, or if I have a partner. Yeah, I think it's very subjective though.
What are you looking for in a partner?
Oh my god! Do I need to answer this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay, first we can start with what you don't want. What do you think are red
flags.
Yes,
That's
let's
a fun
go.
topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Red flags. Okay. Yeah, I think someone who is commitment phobic is the biggest red flag, because I feel like in this generation, a lot of people, you know, want to be casual, do not like commitment or whatever. And I feel like a guy who's like commitment phobic is the biggest red flag, because then I feel I am an emotional person and I am someone who like प्यार तो मुझे ऐसे हो जाता है. So yeah, I feel कि yeah, at least the person shouldn't be commitment phobic, क्योंकि अभी मुझे प्यार हो गया और उसे नहीं हुआ तो
ठीक है, तो अब दोनों को प्यार हो गया है, तो then मतलब I think that won't be the only क्राइटेरिया कि उसको प्यार हो जाना चाहिए, उसको लेबल लगा लेना चाहिए. लेबल लगाने के बाद
इसके बाद with Vrushti, you should also share. I share one, you share one.
अच्छा, I will now have to think.
Yeah, because why should I be the one under pressure?
I think you know, respect, trust, and you know, ऐसे the ability to not be opposed to change, because I think I will keep evolving as a person. If my partner cannot keep up with it, so then it gets difficult, because you know, I cannot be the same person I was 2 years ago, 2 months ago. Things keep changing, so that is one. Second, if someone loves me but doesn't respect me, like if he hits me or something, then I'll be like, even if he can bring the moon, so keep the moon to yourself, but you can't, you know, not respect me.
Absolutely. I feel like I don't know why I didn't think of this, but this is something that I look for the most, that I feel love is not enough in a relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
Respect is enough. Like,
Yeah, I
if
feel
you respect someone but still don't love someone, it's still better
okay. Yeah,
than
it's
the other
better
way.
than the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah. Respect is the most crucial thing, because then
Yeah, same.
I feel like if you don't respect the person, you don't respect their time, you don't respect their career, or so many things about their life, then you won't treat them well.
Yeah.
It's just related to so many things.
You don't want to leave the other person because you know that they love you.
Yeah.
But then you are letting yourself go by staying.
And I think that is so important. Like, you should always put yourself also first before you put your partner in a relationship. And I'm not trying to sound selfish, but I just feel like if you are not happy with yourself, you cannot ever make your partner happy. Or
Yeah, I agree.
Or not just partner, like any friend. Like, you can't put the burden of
your happiness on someone
else.
Yeah.
You need to keep yourself happy, and for that you need to respect yourself, love yourself, like, first,
Yeah.
before loving someone else, or like thinking about someone else. And I think this is the basis of like a long-term happy relationship, because a lot of times people just blame each other, saying that you don't make me happy anymore or whatever, when it's not their responsibility too. Like, you cannot put so much pressure on one person.
Like, I know so many relationships where the couple is just together because, they don't want to be lonely and they are not sure
Yeah.
if they would find someone else. Or like, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Yeah.
So then rather than going through that entire process of
Yeah.
finding people again, it's just better to stick around.
Which
Which is like so sad.
Yeah. Like, going back to things that you want to see in a person, I think a very important thing that I would look for is that person should be a good human being. Like, I feel
Yeah.
I don't like people who are not good human beings, and I can't be with that person.
Like, for example, like, what do you classify as a bad human being if you call it that?
No, just someone like, I know a lot of people who are like that the guy is super nice to the girl, but he is not a good person to everyone around, everyone else. So he's giving like special treatment to the girl, and the girl feels like, oh my god, he's so like special to me, like मेरे लिए वो कितना अच्छा बनता है, but ऐसे तो वो बहुत rude person है. But I still wouldn't want to be with that guy, because what I really care about is if that guy is nice to everyone, how does he treat people who are working below him, or like people who, like, how does he treat his elders, how does he treat people around him. Like, I think these are values that I really care about, that because it really shows the kind of person that he is, and then what the kind of person he will be in the future. Because along with that person, I also value my friendships a lot. So it means a lot to me that how is that guy behaving with people I love, like, and all of that really matters to me. And if that person is not a good person and is just trying to change a little bit for you, then I don't think it's like sustainable in the long term. Like, kabhi na kabhi two colors will come out to you also.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so I think being a good person is super important. And sometimes, some people are also very selfish. Like, they wouldn't care about anyone else but themselves.
Yeah.
And then, okay, for their partner, they'll become like, okay, I care about my partner and myself, but not care about anyone else in the world. That also I don't really like. I feel like I like people who are in general nice to everyone, like वैसे good human being.
Yeah. Also, I don't like when, like the partner and the friends don't get along.
Yeah.
And so the pressure is on the other one, like, jiske friends hai, to decide now where he has to go. Like, that is also such a sad situation.
Yeah, that is sad. Like, but theek hai, I feel like sometimes, that situation is possible, and
you have to make that
compromise. And sometimes it's not that partner's fault also. Sometimes the friends are
it can go either way. Like, I'm not saying ki every time it's the partner who is bad.
Yeah, but you can be a good judge of that, if that person is, being a good person or no. What else? We spoke about respect, being a good person.
Yeah, I think I also feel like if someone remembers little things.
Yeah, so that is nice. Yeah, I feel like someone who's like completely in love with you, because I feel like remembering little things is not a quality in a person. It's just if that person loves you, they'll like do everything to make you happy, They would just want to see you happy. So they'll try to remember little things. They'll try to do little things like for you. Anything that keeps you happy. So their entire intention towards you is that I want to make this person happy. And it's very selfless.
Yeah, random compliments
Yeah.
throughout the day.
Yeah, compliments. Yeah, these are such nice things.
I think ki if the person also has a life of their own,
Yeah.
I think like we discussed ki
Yeah.
you shouldn't be the soul of their happiness.
Correct.
Like they
Yeah.
should be happy themselves. They should have a life by themselves so that you know if you want your me time, your space.
They understand.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like they feel like you are abandoning them by
Correct. Yeah.
doing something of your own.
I also feel like one big red flag is possessiveness. Like, I think if that guy is being possessive of the girl,
Or the girl is being
or
possessive
the girl
of the
is
guy.
being possessive of the guy, I feel like that's a big red flag because a lot of times they blame the other person saying that I am possessive because he is acting this way or she is acting this way. But a lot of times it's about that guy or girl being insecure.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you get possessive
Insecurity
because
is
you are
the red
insecure.
flag all the way.
Yeah. And if you, I know it's easy to say and it's easier said than done, but if you genuinely don't trust the partner,
Then there
you
is no
probably
point
shouldn't
of
be
the
with them.
relationship, of course.
Really, yeah. Because if there's no trust, like you're just like the same thing. You're just trying to be in it because you're scared of being lonely or like you're scared of breaking up.
Yeah, wahi. If you're lucky, you are lucky and you don't have to worry about all of this.
Yeah.
And if you're not lucky, then
Yeah.
you have to worry or
Yeah.
deal with.
And that being said, I feel like all relationships are fixable and they can be worked on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like ऐसे नहीं है कि oh like if something's not working just break up. Like that's not the solution. Like everything takes a lot of effort. Like you have to put in effort. You have to have conversations about the problems you're having. You have to like make sure that you're finding a middle ground where both of you are happy and not just thinking about oh this makes me happy or this makes that person happy. Like
Yeah, there is nothing like 100% compatibility.
yeah. And any relationship will have phases of a bad phase, a good phase, whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you have to also be strong enough and believe in your relationship enough to go through that. Because I feel nowadays it's also like, oh, minor inconvenience, let's break up.
Yeah,
like,
true.
That's not how you sustain, serious relationships. Like, you need to put in work. You need to be a little bit more trusting. You need to be a little delusional also that it will work out. Yeah. Yeah.
Delulu is the only solution.
Salulu. Yeah, I think my advice to anything is to be delusional because what's the point of taking stress? You should just be delusional and something like in the end everything works out.
Have you seen ऐसे couples break up in your life?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
around
of
you?
course I've seen couples break up. Oh my god, so many.
So was there ever a point where you were friends with both of them and now they have broken up? So now you are just like, okay, so now how are the plans gonna be like?
Oh yeah. Actually, this happened really recently. Yeah. Okay. Like you're friends with both the people and they break up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think I don't know how to like. I may not be the expert on how to deal with it, but I just feel that I should make sure to give time to both of them individually. And what's very important is to not talk about what the other person spoke about. I do know that in the end, people end up taking sides.
Yeah.
You can't like be with both of them. You can't be as close with both of them. Like you'll be friends with both of them, but you'll be closer to one person and not close to the other person. And you can only listen to the story from one person's perspective after a point because you start believing one of the two.
But I also feel like in these situations, it requires a real knack to try and see कि you don't like get caught on in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's always like कि, you are close to one person and then you're close to the other cause he or she was the partner. So, like, you're loyal.
In that case, it's clear. Like, I genuinely believe that if you have a friend and that friend introduced you to their partner and they break up, you are supposed to cut off with the partner.
Yeah.
As a good friend. Yeah, because originally you are friends with that person, not the partner.
Yeah.
So as soon as they break up, you're supposed to cut off. Like, I know a lot of people who've met that partner through the friend, but they've cut off with the friend and been friends with the partner, and I think that's ridiculous. Like, how can you cut off the person who introduced you to them? Like,
But
that's so sad.
I also feel like, matlab, it's so complicated. Like, I have been friends with people via, and then sometimes I hit it off with someone. And you know, this happens not just with partners, it happens with friends also. Then they stop talking. So now, then like you are left with the moral dilemma ki, you know, cause he or she introduced you, so should you side with them or should you side with someone who you feel more connected to? So like it's a real thing where you are left with difficult choices.
Yeah.
Where anything that you do will eventually be incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in this scenario, you should just do what you feel like.
Yeah, because I feel like you cannot make everyone happy.
You cannot
ever.
make everyone happy, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's all very situational, you know. Like,
Yeah.
when you are in that situation, you should do what you feel like. And maybe try to do what is morally right, but I know it's not always possible.
Yeah, because now even morally becomes a very like perspective kind of thing. Because you know, laws are laws. You know, ki this is a law. But morals, everyone has a different set of morals. So, like, what is morally correct for you might not be morally correct for someone else.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
So, during your university, like your time at UW, were there like instances where there was a lot of drama involved? Like, what kind of drama? Like, were you caught in some drama or like in general? Because, you know, it's like a thing for every person who goes through university to go through a certain set of drama.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't caught in any drama, and to be honest, there wasn't a lot of drama, at least in my immediate group of friends. I've had like a group of close girlfriends that I keep meeting, and with girlfriends, there's very little drama. Like, they are lovely. Like, what will girlfriends do?
I know your girlfriends, so I can vouch that they are
lovely. Yeah. So, yeah, I absolutely love them, and there is no drama with that. And what I really like with my girlfriends is that we're really upfront about any problem we've had. Because there have been times where we've upfront said like things to each other, ki, you know, this is something I have a problem with, or this is something, whatever. Because we've done like trips together and like we spend a lot of time together, and I feel that if we don't address it, muh pe, so then we kind of resent that person for that thing.
Of course.
And then
you can't get over it till you have spoken about
exactly.
it.
So we've had times where we've just spoken about things, and upfront it seems a little rude at that moment, but in the long run we are glad we have that conversation and get done with it. So, and we are always like, the girlfriends don't just sugarcoat things for you, they are also very upfront about ki we think this is something you're doing wrong, and then they call it out, which is something that I've come to really respect, because in my past relationships with my girlfriends I've not had that. Like, we've always sugarcoated things to each other and told them.
Yeah, because it'll be mean otherwise.
Yeah, it'll be mean. But now I've really enjoyed this kind of friendship where you tell them on their face, ki, listen, this what you're doing is wrong. Like, I don't think you should do this. And then we have a discussion about it. Even if I don't agree or my other friend doesn't agree, we discuss about it, ki, why do you think it's wrong? I think ye barabar hai. I think ye aise hona chahiye.
Yeah, just different perspectives.
And then, so that it's out of your system. So there's no like jhagda or drama happening then.
Yeah, I think you brought up trips, so I feel ki even when you take trips with your friends, there's like friends who like want photographs at every spot, and then there's friends who just want to chill, and then there's friends who want to, you know, complete an itinerary and visit every place that you know that's there on the list. So I feel ki it's very imperative that you choose your travel companions also correctly. Ki like, someone who is a very, very good friend of yours might not be the best person to be a travel buddy.
To travel with, absolutely.
I just feel like I like trips which are not too planned and not where, you know, you have to, like, the entire itinerary for the day is pre-decided. Because like, if I go to a cafe and I'm enjoying the brunch, so I would like to sit there a little longer. And
I relate.
And not be told ki, listen up, it's now time to move from this destination to the other destination.
Yes. I think we were just talking about this, ki we love Therav.
Yeah.
Like, if we're enjoying in one place, we just want to be in that one place and chill.
Yeah.
Because that's the point of life, to just chill.
Yeah,
Like,
and
if
just
you're
enjoy the
vacationing,
vibes.
chill.
Yeah. So then,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate like people hurrying me and running me around from one place to another. Ki cover this spot, cover this spot, cover this spot, and I'm like, oh my god, like let's just stay at one place. Let's do 2 things in a day, but let me take in everything. I'm okay with missing like 3 other things as long as I'm doing the 2 things well.
I'm also not very confrontational as a person.
Yeah.
So I feel ki,
Same.
yeah, it becomes very difficult for me to get my point across.
हाँ.
Because I will always give in. I'll just be like कि हाँ जो सबको ठीक लगे वैसा कर लेते हैं. I
Yeah,
don't mind.
same.
Like I'll just be like okay.
Yeah, I'm such a compromiser by birth.
Yeah. And like I feel like I'm this way not just in trips. This is my whole personality. Where someone says something and 2 other people are like yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll just say yes because
People
I don't
will
want to
feel-
be
yeah.
the one who says no to someone else.
So true. Yeah. Dude, same with my other 2 girlfriends, and we are all the same. We are people pleasers. We compromise easily, and we can't say no to people because we're very people pleasing people. Like, कि ओ नो उसको बुरा लग जाएगा तो फिर इसको inconvenience हो जाएगा तो.
Yeah.
But I really want to change that, and I think Vrushti, you should also like. We should be more like firm on our decisions
Vocal.
and more vocal because I feel that we keep suffering and we don't need to. There's
And
no
I
need
feel
to.
like this is why I have like reduced my close circle to like
Yeah.
just a chosen few whom I'm comfortable saying no to. I know ki if I say no to them,
They'll
they
understand.
won't think too much of it, or they won't be like ki, you know, she was a spoiled sport. They'll just be like ki, acha haan no, okay no.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Oh my god, good you brought that point up. I also feel like people who don't take no for an answer really annoy me.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Already it has taken the life out of me to come to you and say कि listen possible नहीं होगा, I'm so sorry. And if they say कि नहीं please I'm like अरे like मैं कैसे
Yeah,
मना करूँ?
now
Like you're putting me in such a bad spot.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know, I think that it's just me who thinks so much about it. I know people who like say no and start doing the next thing, like, you know, that this
Yeah.
entire no situation was not a big deal.
Yeah.
And this is like how they normally are.
Yeah.
And then I think to myself where I practice the speech of no in front of the
Yeah.
mirror. Ki now, and then I
कि
also...
how will I say no? What
Yeah.
will I say? How will they feel?
Yeah, and then
Oh my
I
God.
also, like I have this bad habit ki whenever I say no to someone, I add a second option to it ki listen, I cannot do brunch, but even if I
Yeah.
don't want to do dinner, I'll be like, but how about let's meet
Oh
for
my
dinner?
god, you're so true. Yeah, that's so right. Like I will try to overcompensate.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll be like कि आज possible नहीं है, but next weekend ना मैं 2 दिन मिल लूँगी.
Yeah,
And
like-
I'll be like मैंने क्यों commit किया?
हाँ,
Like
कि why?
there was no reason.
Yeah.
And I really want to work on it because I'm telling you, मैंने इतनी बार मेरे पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मारी है ना. In trying to say no, I've ruined it even more. And then I've wasted everyone's time. क्योंकि मैंने बस इसे overthink करके I've wasted everyone's time, and it's a horrible thing to do. Like I wish I could be more firm, like and more like I'm थोड़ा indecisive also.
Yeah.
I wish I could be more decisive, and I'm actively working on it, and I'm sure one day I will become better.
I think the approach I used was, you know, like slowly distancing myself from people that I found difficult to say no to.
That makes sense.
Ki like I felt like that is much easier than me. You know, because the no, like firmly saying no from the yes is going to be like a long process.
Long
So I
process.
don't want to kill myself in the middle by, you know.
Shit, that's nice.
Yeah.
I feel very guilty distancing myself from people also, but I should. There are some people who have no business being in my life, but I still entertain them. Like, it's just a problem I have that I should stop being so nice to people who don't deserve it. Like,
Yeah.
but I still can't. Like, but I should definitely work on that. Yeah, dude, but people pleasing has cost me a lot. Like time, energy, everything. But chalo, at least I go to sleep happy, knowing ki I did all I could to make people happy today.
Yeah, I think in the end that's what matters, because
Yeah.
like, you know, you cannot make everyone happy all the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to be like, ki,
Yeah.
fuck it. This is where I'm choosing myself and I'm happy.
Yeah.
And if like someone needs to talk, then they'll talk. And if someone just doesn't want to, then that's also okay, and that's their problem.
Yeah. And I like what you did with like just being around comfortable people, because I feel my other people pleasing friends like you or like my other girlfriends or like people, you know, I really feel like I'm really close to, they are not that difficult to say no to. In fact, they understand. They सामने से be like
People pleaser to people pleaser.
Like how
You know,
remember Vrushti, I told you ki listen, this weekend I can't come, I'm so sorry, but like my next weekend she's like, but Vrushti was like, Fenny, you chill. It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Why are you getting so worked up? You chill, it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, I need that assurance. Like, I like when someone samne se says ki don't worry, Fenny, it's chill, don't worry. Like,
Yeah,
I
than
feel
saying
so
ki why
nice.
are you not coming? I was looking forward to
तो
it.
मैं डर जाऊंगी. Like,
yeah.
I'll get an attack. I'll be like, oh my god, what have I done? I upset someone.
Yeah.
Oh god. And then I also like that with these people pleasers, it's really nice because I would also take care of them and I will look out for them and they also look out for me. Like, you know, in a way that they will also think twice कि वो इसे ऐसे पसंद आएगा ये या इसे ये अच्छा लगेगा या whatever. So I feel people pleasers really think about people around them.
Yeah, so I feel like, you know, you need to have a good like friend set of people pleaser and non-people pleasers.
Yeah.
People pleasers where you find the feel good and you can relate and you can all, you know, like water each other. And non-people pleasers who like teach you how to be a non-people pleaser.
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah.
And like they are the ones who will actually show you ki, you know, what you are thinking of is purely rubbish.
Yeah.
No one will think about you this much. They will,
Yeah.
like everyone has their own set of troubles and everyone has
You're
their own
right.
set of things to worry about. So no one is going to think that, oh my god, 2 months ago Vrushti said no to me for lunch. But in my head, they are still thinking about it. That Vrushti said no to me for lunch that one day. So it's good to, you know, get that kind of assurance ki, listen, hey, you're not special, no one is thinking about you, forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right, dude.
So now I think maybe we can come to an end to this very long rant of a podcast. And Fenny, if you have anything that you want to say to, I don't know, the 5 people that are probably watching this.
Your and my friends.
Yeah,
the people we spoke about.
Yeah, combined. The people pleasers and non-people pleasers who are like, choose which category you belong to and now.
Yeah, comment below. Who are you? Are you a people pleaser? Or are you a non-people pleaser? Are you, what is it? Non-people pleaser?
Yeah.
Okay. A few words by me.
To everyone, I don't know.
I think keep being positive and be delusional. I think you should be delusionally hopeful about life, whether it is your career or whether it is any problem that you're going through right now. Like right now, I can only think of career because that's my struggle. And I think the only thing that helps to keep going in life is to be delusional and be delusionally hopeful. And everything works out in the end. You just need to give it time.
And
Oh.
and to end this segment, we would have Fenny.
Oh, there's more.
Say something to a random person. She won't name them. Something good or something bad, whatever she, you know, this is her. This is where she gives back to someone positively or negatively who she couldn't say so on their face. Maybe they will watch this sometime and they will get your message. So go ahead, Fenny.
I think I'll say that you got this. Be hopeful. Don't worry. I know it's lame, but like
it's cute though. I think anyone who comes here will be happy listening to this.
Yeah.
So thank you, Fenny, for joining me
Of course.
on my first season of a nameless podcast. And
I love it.
Yeah.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, I hope I edit this soon and this comes out.
Yeah.
And I'll see you also very soon.
Yes.
Happy graduation.
Thank
and
you.
Come back soon.
I will. Thank you, guys.
Bye.